logo on this. Skyrim news. So, today I decided to do something different. This is just an intro that I put in, why not? So I decided to do something different. I decided to do a certain thing that I'm going to start talking about. I'm not smart, because I definitely know English. I'm going to be talking about the Lord of the Rings, because that is one of the things I know the best. That is the thing I know the best, set to World War II, which I'm not going to be doing. Okay, so anyways, my controller's about to die. Need to plug that in. Thank you. Okay, nice. So, yeah. So, let's see where we should start off. I would say start off with the stuff that we know already. The War of the Ring. So, the War of the Ring starts off with... okay, sorry. Starts off with the War of the Ring starts off with a hobbit named Frodo Baggins getting the ring from his uncle Bilbo Baggins, who found it in the Hobbit. We'll talk about that in the next episode. But since he got it, Gandalf, a wizard, I'll talk more about him in another episode, also decided that Frodo should bring it to Rivendell, Rivendell is an elven city, also known as Imladris, also known as, that's really it. Yeah, so what happened? So on his way there, he got impaled. Yeah, he got impaled by a Morgul blade, which is pretty much a black blade of Black Death. Not the actual sickness Black Death, it just transfers you over to a Nazgul, which is the person who stabbed him, or Ringwraith for English. I'm doing so many hand movements right now. I'm like, okay, nice. So, yeah, the Nazgul stabbed him. I'll just say Ringwraith. The Ringwraith stabbed him, Aragorn helped him-ish, and then they brought him to Rivendell just in time. Yeah, so the Nazgul stabbed him, they brought him to Rivendell. I swear to God, I hear something, man. I actually hear something, I don't know what it is. It's like a door opening or closing. No, I guess I don't hear anything. Okay, sure. I guess I'm just going insane from talking to myself the entire time. Okay, so where was I? So yeah, he brought him to Imladris, and then from Imladris he got healed. And then in Imladris, they sort of like started up something. What's the word? The Fellowship of the Ring. And they decided that Frodo should be the one to destroy the ring, and he was dubbed the Ring Bearer. He was followed, or the other 8 companions, it was 9, the other 8 companions were, I'll just say the 9. Frodo, Merry, Sam, and Pippin, those were, said elves, those are hobbits. Gandalf the wizard, Boromir and Aragorn the men, Gimli the dwarf, and Legolas the elf. So those 9 set out to go destroy the ring in the east, in Mordor. Except it's not going to be easy. Something funny, actually. I'm pretty sure The Hobbit took like a year, and The Lord of the Rings took like 3 years to do. It's so weird. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they say that somewhere in the book that, yeah, whatever. I read the book several times, so I would know. I should turn that off. Nice. Okay. So, then they set out, they went to the Path of Caradhras, and there's Saruman, another wizard that I will talk about in another episode about wizards. Whoa. So, he tried to bring down the mountain, as they say in the book. He was trying to stop the Fellowship because he works with Sauron for power, mostly. Pretty much, that's it. That's all he works with, Sauron for power. That's like really it. Like, he doesn't really work for Sauron. Well, yeah, I'll talk about it in another episode dedicated on Sauron and Saruman and Sauron's forces. So Sauron, no, Saruman is bringing the mountain down on the companion. The companions of Urvaskr, not them. Those are completely different story. But they're on the Fellowship of the Ring. So then they gave Frodo two choices: either go to the mines of Moria or go to the Gap of Rohan. And Frodo, the smarty pants he is, chose Moria. Got the Moria. Balin, who is a dwarf, not Balin, that's not the right person. Gimli, who's a dwarf, thought that they were going to get a warm welcome, but they get welcomed by a giant kraken thing that caves them in pretty much. They are trapped inside Moria now. There's no way of going back. Thanks to Pippin and Merry throwing rocks in the water like smarty pantses. Pantses? Pantses. I'm Gollum now. So yeah, so they throw him. They don't throw him. They throw rocks at the thing. Pretty much he gets Frodo. Frodo gets flung up into the air, almost eaten by the monster actually, and then eventually gets killed by the monster. And now the Fellowship is stuck inside of Moria. Great, fun times. So then in Moria, they go around the cavernous caverns of Moria, eventually stumbling upon a tomb. And in Dwarvish it reads, "Here lies Balin, son of Fundin," or something like that, Lord of Moria. So Balin died. And then there's a book beside the Balin's grave, or Balin's burial, I don't even know. Balin's tombstone, I guess. Not tombstone. I don't know. The stone thing that you see in the movie. So yeah, beside that there's a book. It pretty much is like the entire history of Moria, more or less. Or history of those specific dwarves in Moria. Those brave dwarves who did retake Moria from the goblins, but not completely. So what it says, I don't have the book with me here, so I can't obviously read it word for word. So I'm just gonna try to remember off the top of my head. So it pretty much says there's drums in the deep, so if you hear drums, you're screwed. If you hear goblin screechings, well, you're obviously screwed because they're goblin screechings. If you hear anything of the unnecessary, there's a thing. And then Pippin, being the wisest one there, not really. So he knocks down a well, or a bucket into a well, and it makes the loudest noise in the world. And the goblins know that thus there is someone in Moria. So Moria means black pit in Elvish, I think. The real thing is Khazad-dûm, which is like Dwarven City, I think. Shoot, it's gonna be bothering me if that means Dwarven City or not. I know Khazad is dwarf, and Doom. Think it's city. Not sure. Okay, whatever. So, they try to kill the goblins. Doesn't work too well. They have a cave troll. Frodo almost dies. I just went through a giant battle sequence that took like 40 years in the movie to finish watching. I just summarized it in like 4 seconds. Frodo almost dies. There you go. That's really it. They kill the giant cave troll. Sting works. Sting is a sword. Frodo's sword. Bilbo's sword, then gave it to Frodo. Or, yeah. He gave it to Frodo at Rivendell, because Bilbo went to Rivendell, because he's 111 years old. What a trooper, man. 111 years old. Then again, I'll talk about the ring in another episode. Just so much stuff to get through. I have to push everything aside and talk about the main focus of this sequence of events. I don't know. So what they do is I have the biggest headache. Give me a second. Let me just. Okay, so my hands smell like. Okay, so what they do is they pretty much just escape Moria. But on their way to escaping Moria, on the way to the bridge of Khazad-dûm, which separates east and west, like a wall, like a wall between East and West Germany. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there with the Alright. And then pretty much Gandalf, or more or less, he dies. I'm doing like, you can't see me because I don't have a camera, so you can't see me, but I'm doing like, he dies. He essentially apparently dies. Essentially apparently, those are contradictions. So he dies. And everyone's sad face. They go to Lothlorien. And then in Lothlorien, they were given gifts. Elvis. Yes, Elvis. Legolas got a new bow. I don't know why I said Elvis. Elvish, probably. Legolas got a new bow. Gimli, I don't remember. Sam got the rope. Each of them got those I don't know, the leaves. The leaf things. Yeah, they got those leaves. They got those leaves things, and I just took my mic off for a second because it was bothering my face. Okay. So, well, my mic is connected to my headset, which I'll do a video behind the scenes, and hopefully by then I'll clean my room. But that's not the point. Yeah, I get so sidetracked with everything. And nice. I just get so sidetracked in everything and anything. So, yeah. Sorry about that, I was just given food. Not for dinner or anything, just food. Now you can hear me eat for the rest of the video, probably. So where was I? Yeah, and Frodo gets the white phial. And what they do is they go to Amon Hen. Amon Hen is an ancient man-made city, I think. That's what it was. Oh, sorry, you're so good. Give me a second, let me just finish them. So, then, they go to Amon Hen, yep. And while all this stuff was happening, what's his name? Saruman was making a giant fortress. Not well. He already lived in a fortress, pretty much. He was making a giant army of Uruk-hai. So stronger than orcs. Uruks, and stronger than orcs. And definitely goblins, because goblins, we could flick a goblin and he would, like, instantly, like, get paralyzed. That's not funny. Goblin lives matter. Okay. So... Is someone, like, trying to, like, break into my house? I'm not even joking now, man. Okay. Someone is, I'll just break their left ear hole off. I just said that. Okay, so let's go back to Lord of the Rings. I get way too sidetracked when talking alone in a room by myself. I have no friends. Okay. I have something in my teeth. Okay, so they pretty much are strong as hell. Done. They're strong as hell. That's all I can describe an Uruk-hai as. They're strong as hell. And then pretty much Boromir dies from the Captain King. I don't know. He dies from the big one, who eventually gets killed by Aragorn. Merry and Pippin get captured, summed up again in 2 seconds. I actually have like a timer right in front of me, so I know exactly how long it took me to say all this. Currently, I've been speaking for 14 minutes and 27 seconds, 28, 29, 14 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna focus in on Lord of the Rings. I'm probably only gonna do the first movie. Oh wait, I just finished the first movie. Yeah, screw it, I'll just do the first movie, I'll do the second movie and the next one, third movie and the next one. So, there you go, pretty much, that was it. Now, Sam and Frodo, oh, they part ways. Most important part, they part ways. Yeah. So, sorry about that. My mic just cut out for a couple seconds and I exploded. Nice. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do first, second, and third videos, 30 separate videos. This is probably gonna be the shortest video because the first book was literally Frodo getting chased by the Nazgul 50% of the time. Not even 70% of the time, I'll say. And then, yeah, so Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn, I don't care how you say his name, the man. After Boromir's death, they sent him off the edge of Amansul, not Amansul, Amanen. Pretty sure like they're called the Falls of Rohars or something like that. I'm not quite sure. Excuse me for people that know more than I do. Excuse me that I didn't pronounce it right, because I probably didn't. I suck at pronunciation. Except for when it comes to saying the sentence that I'm going to say at the end of the video. Okay. So those three, elf, man, and dwarf, go to save the hobbits from Isengard. Thus the phrase that we're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Okay. And then Frodo and Sam go to Mordor, which is honestly much quicker. They had a much quicker way than... Excuse me. Than they intended to. And I will talk about the rest in another video. So, like, share, favorite, subscribe if you did enjoy. Leave a comment saying that you did, and if you didn't, also good. So, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna die while saying it, but Baruch Kazad Kazad Amenu. Yep, I definitely died. Okay, see you guys next episode. Bye.